Hey everyone, I don't know quite what happened with that. I'm back, but I'm going to actually click on the other area because for some particular reason that stream got interrupted. How that happened, I don't know, but it just happened all of a sudden. And it's back. That was very weird. Hold on a second. I've got this one. Let's see here. This is odd. This is very odd. This is streaming, but I don't quite know what's going on here. Stream now. Okay. There. It says it's not receiving data. Stop streaming. And there's another one here. This is... Okay, that stream status is good. It says view on watch page. And I'm going to go to the other one. And I'm going to put the link over to the other one. I apologize for this. My phone has been doing that. Yeah, it kicked everybody out. I apologize. That was not you. That was not me, brother. That was something going on with my phone, and that hasn't happened before. So I think it may have to do with. I'm going to try something here because I think this may be the culprit. I'm going to try unplugging this because I didn't have these happen until I'm going to unplug that and see if that works. And we don't get these interruptions. Hey, how are you? But what I'm doing next now is I'm going back to, and I deeply apologize for this, I'm going back to the previous stream to provide a link to tell everybody that we're over here that may not know. So that's what's going on. Oops, you know what? I can't do it that way. I realize why. Hold on a second, folks. One moment. Okay, there. Now, I'm going to have to just deal with that. Now, that is unusual. This is... Okay. Live streaming. Going to the old... Now, I'm going back to the old one. And it says view on watch page. And, oh, let's see here. We are here now. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Now, I'm going back to that. Now I'm going there. Now, to the other live stream. Okay, now, and I'm going to re-tag this one. So the good news is we've got, I'll actually have, you say double the pleasure, double the fun. You know what? I'll have this in 2 items of content and not just one. I'm going to say vlog 2. Okay. And copy that and then go up here and paste it. I am deeply sorry, everybody. That was very unexpected. Now, let's see here. Felix Stadium news there. And let's see here. Gotta go back and make sure this is Oakland tagged. Oakland. Then Oakland Raiders. So I have to do this all over again. In Las Vegas. And let's see here. And then Raiders. Then need 62 Raiders. Then let's see what we're missing. NFL live stream. And vlog. Yeah, okay. Save changes. All right. Now, let's see. Thank God we'll not do. Oh, Yeah, it is. That's technology for you. I know, isn't it though? That was wild though. Just tweak, winked out like that. Okay, now let me go back to the watch page, and here we are. Uh, cool. All right, and now, do the Raiders own or rent the Bay Area practice facility? They own it. If the update in recent if the update in recent years, I think that's why you want to move. I don't think it's not an issue of the practice facility. It's an issue of Davis trying to engineer and trying to prove he can engineer something on his own in a place where people don't think he can do something. That's really what it's about. Isaac Rojas. So, what is the inside scoop with Fortress being in contact with the NFL? Well, Fortress has been in constant contact with Eric Grumman and Roger Goodell in the National Football League. They are the de facto heads of this project. The mayor of Oakland, Libby Schapp, is the political head. Okay, now they are going through. They've got a lot of people on their team, and one of the Fortress key executives is a neighbor of Roger Goodell, I might add. So they are really working round the clock, trying to get this as much of this deal done before the owners' meeting as possible. Brandon Boyd, Zen Dog in the house. Brandon Boyd, I'll say, Boy Dog in the house. Boy Dog in the house. There we go. Barry Lee. If everyone has subscribed to you and said, yeah, thanks, Barry. Bill McLean, I'm hearing you now. Thanks. And again, I apologize, everyone. That was like, I'm jabbering around and listening, talking, and everybody's like, zip, off. I'm like, oh, shit. Let's see here. Juan Ramirez, how lazy do you see the sports media being exposed as they don't research correct data? It's a problem. And it's a problem not just there, but in media in general, but it's because we have so much media. And look, it's also because a lot of people aren't being paid to be investigative reporters or journalists or media. I'm not a journalist. I'm a blogger. Okay? I'm a different form of media. I'm a video blogger. But I insist on checking sources, checking information. I love to read documents. And I bring to the table a desire to read. And if I'm wrong about something, I'll say, hey, I was wrong. Even if it's hard. But that's the way I believe in how things should be done. And also, I own my own media company. The vast majority of sports reporters don't. And they may be in a situation, or because of that, they're in a situation where maybe they say something or write something that an athlete or a coach doesn't like. So that PR person calls that person's boss, the editor, right? Oh, I can call your boss and I can threaten that. But in this instance, everyone has to deal with me. Now, I've had people work with me, and so in that instance, because it's my platform, the same structure applies, right? But the bottom line is, a lot of sports media people just put out information because they're not really getting paid to be investigative, A. B, they want access. And you get access by putting out the information that the people you're covering want out. And that's what a lot of them do. And I get that. But sometimes it's unfair to the fan because you don't get the clear picture. So ideally you want one person that's, ideally you want a system that's one person that's basically that's doing both, that has the freedom to report what the sports people are saying, but then give their own view as well. And take everybody where the story leads, where the information leads. That's why I always say read documents. Now, let's see. Yeah, no chance. I don't care if there's 22. You got two people. You got 22, not 24. Please. Is the NFL behind Oakland? The commissioner is, and Eric is, but Eric is stumping for Mark Davis. Let's see. Isaac Rojas. So are those talks positive? Yes, they are. Does Eric Grubman and Roger Goodell have a change of heart with a Fortress Stadium plan? I think yes, absolutely. Isaac, this is business. It's not a matter of we like you and we don't. They like each other. It's not personal. It's business. So when I report that they're basically checking boxes, that means that they're going through the business of trying to resolve issues that are standing in the way of getting a stadium deal done, and those issues are being resolved or have been resolved last week, which leaves the A's outstanding. And again, I say this: the good news is that's it for the most part. I say for the most part because I think there's one other issue with the county that has to be resolved, which I expect to be resolved next week. Brandon Boyd, I do have a Twitter account. I am at Zenny62. There we go. I'm at Zenny62 on Twitter. There you go. Okay. Now, let's see here. Do you think the league and the owners, this is Crawford 371, are just hiding what is really going on behind the scenes? Yes. They're all playing blues. I think low-key MLB and NFL people have been trying to figure out how to come up with a temporary housing while stadiums in Oakland are built. Okay. Andrew Cipher, how you doing? Welcome. What's the latest? Oh, man. Oh, boy, we're talking about what's right with the Oakland proposal, why Oakland is ready, the little things that are wrong in terms of the A's issue, there could be more aggression. We're talking about how the Las Vegas deal doesn't pencil out. I was informing Brian F. on the difference between home rule and Dillon's rule. Home rule works for California governments. Nevada is ran by Dillon's rule, which means that the legislature determines the tax structure for the county and so on, which also is why there's no tax increment district and so on. Now, good afternoon, AAG209. How are you? And how do I see this playing out? Okay, two things. First of all, I'll say this. If the owners vote in Davis' favor, it wasn't because it was a good deal. It was because it's a bad deal. And now, if the owners are willing to put Davis into a bad deal, that's worse than telling him to his face they don't like him. They're basically going to let him live with a deal that could cause the Raiders to be homeless in a few years. I think that would be the ultimate insult. I really do. The deal is that bad, folks. It just is. Now, how was St. Patty's? It was awesome. W. Michael, hey, how you doing? Andrew Cipher, my day is good. It is. Hey, Zinni, how are you? I hope you make it to your vlog in time. I'm already doing the vlog. Let's see here. Am I in Phoenix next weekend? Yes, I am there for the NFL annual meeting. I'm gonna go Monday morning though, not the weekend, because it goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so I'll do like 3 days and 2 nights, right? Because things don't get going. Look, press credentials aren't available until the evening of Sunday, and then early Monday morning at 7 of not this next week, but the next week after. Okay, so I'm not going to go into the weekend. There's no reason to do that for me. Let's see here. Paul Dog, how you doing? Why Vegas throw money at Michael Jr.? Michael J., I don't understand your question. Let's see here. Don't forget my sunscreen. Hey, thanks. Bill McKinney. You mean no stadium in Vegas and no lease in Oakland by being homeless? No, I'm saying, Bill McKinley, that in the Vegas parlance, if the Raiders default on their loan to Bank of America takes the tendency. They would be able to kick out the Raiders, evict them. Let's see here. Why would Vegas, John Santos, hey Zinni, is it true that they have and are already selling parts of the unbuilt Vegas stadium? What do you mean by that? John Santos. I don't get that question. Andrew Cipher, never thought the Raiders would have their choice of either Adrian Peterson or getting Beast Mode out of retirement. Yeah, that's a good place to be, isn't it? Seahawks still whole with his rights. Let's see what happens. I agree. Zin, is the city of Oakland running a deficit? No. Well, it is a little bit, but that's got nothing to do with the situation. It'll be the budget will be balanced by the end of the budget cycle. We always go through that. It starts out a little out balanced. We cut here, add here, and it comes balanced. By law, Oakland has to have at the end of the year a balanced budget. That's there where it is. Now, why would the NFL do that? Well, Bill McKinney, it's not the NFL. It's the deal. Okay, that's Bank of America. Are you saying why would the NFL allow that? Hey, the owners haven't voted to approve of this deal, so it's not clear they're going to allow it. I don't care how many votes Jerry says he has. When people start looking at this thing among the NFL owners, whoo! But they have to be given all the information, not just part of it. Let's see here. Eric, what's the county issue you made mention of? I think I was talking. Oh, that's a vote that that's supposed to come up. It is one other thing I've got to research. I was told about it the other day. It's not a break issue, but it's just one more thing that has to be done in the process, but it'll get done. What's the likelihood of the Raiders forced to play in Santa Clara? It could happen. Eric, got that one. Walter Spargo, Lynch is a publicity stunt, says, okay, whatever. Sean Dorsey, came across your YouTube channel a few weeks ago and I'm a fan. Thank you very much, Sean Dorsey. Andrew Cipher. A lot of people say that getting Lynch would just be a publicity stunt. Okay, fine. Let's see. Question. Can you tell us a little bit about why the NFL is playing the A's card? It's not the NFL. It's actually Eric Grubman that's playing the A's card. And I think, in fairness to Eric, the Executive Vice President of Business Affairs for the National Football League, he wants to see a development plan and a timeline. And he wants to see that we've thought out an orderly transition in terms of who controls what property and how much the Raiders actually get. Because as long as the A's are in this kind of limbo where maybe they'll be at the Coliseum, maybe they'll be at Howard Terminal, maybe they'll be over here, The mayor stated she wants the A's at Howard Terminal. That should be the end goal for everybody. That should be the end goal for everybody. Okay, now, democracy is whatever. Okay, am I nervous? Am I nervous that the National Football League will pick Las Vegas? I'm not nervous. No, I'm concerned for Mark Davis. I'm really concerned for Mark Davis because if he gets Las Vegas, this will be the classic case of be careful what you ask for because you may often get it. And what it becomes isn't what you expected to receive. This is a bad deal. It does not pencil out. Okay? It just doesn't. And I will re-explain why it doesn't in one moment. I'm just putting this up on Twitter again. YouTube. Oakland Raiders. Let's see here. There. What am I forgetting? Oh, of course, NFL. Got it. Now, okay. What do I miss here? Let's see here. What's the percentage of the Raiders relocating to be owners in your honest opinion? Again, I've said I'm not going to attach a number to it. I just think it's a bad deal if they do. I don't care if the owners vote for it. If the owners vote for the Raiders to relocate, they basically stuck Mark with a deal that smells like a pig. It really is bad, dudes. Ugh. Now, let's see here. Juan Mears, really enjoy your video blog from last night and that band you filmed. Wonder Bread 5, thank you. You should continue to do more of those type of vlogs. Thank you, I will do that. W. Michael, I've always wondered why Google, Apple, and Facebook haven't stepped up to help the Raiders build a super stadium in Oakland. There's so much money in the Bay Area. Are they oblivious? Well, the question is, why haven't the Raiders asked them? That's the question. But, on the other hand, sure, it is a great question. Why is it that the tech community hasn't stepped up in that way? But knowing tech entrepreneurs as I do and venture capitalists, they have to see a personal stake. Like, let's take Joe Lacob. Joe Lacob is a tech investor. Kleiner Perkins. Joe owns the Warriors. Okay? So he has a personal stake in the advancement of the Warriors as a business concern. So he established that as a fan. Now, the question is, has there been a tech person who approached or tried to approach the Raiders and Mark Davis and got nowhere? And, I don't know the answer to that question. It's worth fishing around to find out. But having said that, the Raiders are here, and you would think that, like any other company that wants to get in with successful, cutting-edge, well-moneyed organizations, the Raiders would go all out, hell-bent to get tech companies involved with their organization. And you would think the NFL would force them to have that happen, and that hasn't. But let's use, since we're talking about this, let's use the 49ers as an example. The San Francisco 49ers have a great relationship with tech companies like SAP and so on as sponsors that the Raiders could do. The Niners went after those. The Niners went after those relationships and more. The Niners have a great kind of ticketing app that they partnered with another company to present at the Consumer Electronics Show. I covered that. Why couldn't the Raiders do that? So this really has a lot to do with how the Raiders run their business. So I ask you, if the Raiders aren't making money here, why should anyone really expect them to make money in Las Vegas? Just asking a big question. Now, let's see here. Tact File says he would want to come out of retirement because he thinks, oh, that's okay. Frederick Walker, I salute you. How are you? Mark Davis is over his head. I think he's getting set up when a vote happens. If he wants it, boy, he should pray they don't give him the votes he wants. I mean, anybody that likes Mark Davis shouldn't put him in this situation. I'm being honest. But here we are. They shouldn't allow him to put himself in this situation. It's kind of like saying, hey, man, you know what? Maybe you need to kind of lay off doing certain things, right? Just for your own good. I tell you this as a friend. Someone ought to talk to Mark like that. If they let him do this, it's clear that Mark Davis has no friends among NFL owners as much as he might think he does. Wow. Let's see here. Zinni, why can't Oakland lure more tech companies to sponsor the Raiders? The Raiders had the final call on that. But, I'm going to be honest with you. The city of Oakland itself and the JPA aren't really set up in terms of infrastructure to get those sponsors for the teams. The teams like to really control a lot of that themselves. I know Scott McKibben's working a lot on his own. He might have a consulting organization. He's talking to different people for naming rights for the Coliseum. The previous executive director, I'm just going to be kind, Dina McClain, was a great bond counsel, but she wasn't the kind of person who understood sports sponsorships. In fact, she said, I'll never forget this, it was August 25th, 2000, at 4:30 in the afternoon, in a meeting we were having on my Super Bowl bid. I just don't get this thing called sports sponsorship. Anyway, okay, now, Zinni, do you think Dave Cavall is doing a good job revitalizing the Oakland A's fans? Yes. And would sell significantly more seats with less beer prices, and do you see him selling enough to unveil the tarp? The tarp, I don't know about, but do I think that he's creating an excitement about the A's because he's attaching it to Oakland? Yeah, and it's smart. He is adopting this city. He is doing what successful sports organizations do in other cities. They adopt their cities as partners. They're fans of the city and their people. The A's are going to brand the city of Oakland with 122 banners and have an 80-foot billboard before the start of the baseball season. That is something the Raiders should have done a long time ago. And yet the Raiders still have a 20,000 person season ticket wait list. Think about it. Let's see. Barry Lee, Zinni, I really think you're better than a lot of networks. Thank you in terms of info about the Raiders because they don't do their research like you do. Hey, thank you. I try. Walter Spargo. 50 sold out events per year is very far fetched even for Vegas. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Walter. Hey, Spargo gets question. Spargo gets question. Spargo. Let's see. I'm gonna put that up again. Let's see. Quite right. And everyone's talking about that in terms of this deal. 50 sold out events. That basically means one big event basically every week. Sold out. Woo! Even 46 is a stretch. I'm talking about big events. Huge concerts, boxing. 50,000 people, 40,000 people, huge. Every week? No way, man. Especially not with those hotel prices. No, not at all. Crawford 371. They need to sit Davis down and tell him what he needs to hear, not what he wants to hear. Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Questions did I miss? Sorry. Let's see here. Barry Lee, you must be from Texas, eh? Oh, yeehaw, just playing with that, no problem. Brian F., the rumor floating around town is the Bank of America is going to get the naming rights and a very large sum, which is over market value. But the trouble is that, Barry, the Raiders, in their lease proposal, said they wanted for themselves 100% of the naming rights. Okay? 100%. So let's say that your rumor is true, which for Mark Davis' case I hope isn't. Mark has to turn around, okay, and then give up all of his naming rights to Bank of America, okay, and then carve out the rest of the remaining revenue for the Raiders from the stadium, when generally naming rights are split 50-50 between team and stadium authority or team and some other, entity, right? Or the team takes all the naming rights. So basically, if that rumor were true, you're telling me that basically Mark Davis is willing to sell his soul to put himself in a deal that's bad, to at least make sure that his bond is paid off and he doesn't get evicted. Then you've got to make sure that the naming rights deal is $700 million. I'm sorry. I don't see that happening. Here's why. There is nothing to suggest that Las Vegas can command what would be the largest naming rights deal in history for a market that is, the 40th largest media market. Someone may suggest that to Bank of America, but for Bank of America to want to take that would be foolhardy. There's nothing written in the law that says the Bank of America has to do this deal. If anything, Bank of America's position is such that they want to make sure that they get more than their bang for their buck. Because, all right, so my point is, Bank of America, right, let me look at it from an entirely other perspective. Because as I think about this, that's doable. Let me really think hard. So basically, Bank of America does with the Raiders in exchange. We'll give you $650 million. You give us. You put our name all over the place. There's your deal. Okay? Now, Bank of America would be, in that instance, coughing up the largest naming rights deal in history. Period. But see, the problem with that deal, okay, is it doesn't work against standard naming. It works against standard naming rights economics. A standard naming rights deal is where, hey, you know what? I've got this rights fee, and Bank of America is paying me. In effect, Mark Davis is paying Bank of America. Okay? So Mark is saying, hey, look, all right, I'll pay you here. Put your name all over the place. We'll call it a deal. Boom. Okay. So basically, what does Mark Davis get out of naming rights? Bupkis. Here's why. Here's why that deal, you really have to stop and think this through. Once again, shows how bad the deal is. It's one thing to do a deal, but it doesn't mean the deal is good. Because you might say, well, all right, maybe they can brand the gates, like gate A, B, C, D, right? But Bank of America's retort, understandably, will be, no, we don't want any other company to brand the physical portion of your stadium. Inside the stadium, a different story. But we want our name everywhere. Which means you don't get to do another deal. You don't get to collect money from any other company on the outside. Which means that the opportunity for the Raiders to recover lost opportunity naming rights deal revenues is erased. Because Bank of America would have the right to say that for that kind of exchange. And I just, in my heart of hearts and my mind of minds, can't see Bank of America putting itself in that position at all. I can't see Bank of America, in effect, paying itself like that. That's because then it's not even a true financing deal, for a market that's the 40th largest in the United States. That just is completely nonsensical. Then that becomes a bad deal for Bank of America rather than Bank of America looking for its money. Bank of America is better off taking part of that deal, carving it up, giving it to other banks so that its load is less. The load is the same for Mark Davis. But to do that as a naming rights exchange, that's bad for both parties. Mark Davis gives up the ability to gain revenue from the naming rights. The way the deal is currently structured, you could have development around the stadium and design that so that you have some hope of recovering some revenue, as is the case in Oakland. What do I mean by that? In the Oakland case, Fortress has openly said the NFL and the Raiders can be development partners, which means they get a percentage of operating income from the development within the 105-acre area. That's pretty sweet. Over 30 years, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. There's no similar deal structure in Vegas. None. Anyway, Brian, I'm glad you brought that up because and you're right. It's not only over market value, it's hugely over market value. I mean, maybe they could carve up $200 million for naming rights deal, but $700 million? Wow, outrageous. Oh, and then let's double down. I love this. Let's double down. Let's say that a $650 million relocation fee is slapped on that. So you're looking at $65 million a year. The Raiders cleared almost $50 million in net operating income. So There goes your net operating income, slipped it away due to the relocation fee. Okay? Which would be driven up by that naming rights deal. Because the total value of the deal is being driven up to these outsized numbers that market doesn't even justify. It just doesn't. No way. So then Mark still has this problem. He's got that way. He's got a giant relocation fee he's got to pay back through net operating incomes. Naming rights money he can't get because Bank of America has basically sucked it up and gotten it for itself. That's not the way these deals are supposed to work. In fact, that's woohoo, woohoo. That's crazy. That's like, I want to be in Las Vegas so bad. I want to put myself in trouble, man. Because I'm not setting up where I'm getting money back. Whew, man. Wow. Okay. Let's see here. Zen, why don't the Raiders have any local sponsorship to help generate profit? They haven't hired enough staff to do that. They have done a woefully piss poor job over the years, even the last 2 years of that. I can go on and on about the Raiders' issues with sponsorship. Ask yourself this question. I always have myself. I never get an answer from Bedane. Why is it that the east side of the Coliseum and the bottom half and the whole stadium isn't branded with a tech company or someone like Uber with an app, Why isn't it where you would have a tech emporium of the Coliseum? 30 different tech companies, startups too, able to show off their latest wares before a captive audience. You charge, booth space all around the stadium. You could probably clear, my guess, on a per game basis, if you did that all eight NFL games, you could clear an extra, maybe, depending on size, $100,000 per game revenue. Yeah. Almost $1 million. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not do that? They haven't tried. Shameful. Let's see here. James McClendon, why would they, NFL, ink out a bad deal that ultimately would kill the world's greatest fan base in the world's greatest city? James McClendon, let me ask you this question. Why would the Raiders allow that world's greatest fan base in the world's greatest city of Oakland to already be threatened to the point where there are already season ticket holders trying to dump their tickets? The answer is because they want Mark Davis. Mark Davis is an NFL owner. He owns a team. They're trying to get him what he wants. They don't want to get sued. They being the NFL, the commissioner. It's happened before. Look at Jerry Jones sued the league. It's not uncommon for an NFL owner to sue the NFL. Now, no way Vegas get 50 events in stadium at Vegas. That's impossible. Right. Frederick Walker is right. Can you? Mark Davis inherited a team. He's not a businessman. Airplane Blues. Laugh out loud more. Even if a deal gets approved, could Las Vegas throw more into the deal? Or could Shell Nails and throw a wrench in the entire deal? No. In terms of public money, the deal is capped at $750 million. That's it. Nothing more. Which is why you're not going to see a tax increment district. Let's see here. Walt Spargo. Let's see here. Melvin Barlow. It doesn't make sense for the NFL lawyers to vote Mark Davis into a bad situation. Something else must be going on behind the scenes. It doesn't make sense for them to vote him into a bad situation. That's true. But they could vote him into a bad situation. Well, no, let me put it this way. Let me be more detailed in my answer. It makes sense for the owners to vote him into a bad situation if they're not given enough information from the league on the Davis Vegas situation or the Oakland Fortress situation. If they're only going with what they're told, which I feel has happened up to this point, and that's why it's very important for Oakland Raiders fans to inform the owners directly, then yeah, that could happen. I could see that scenario. It's a bad deal. Let's see. David Horta, how you doing? Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. Let's see. Why would Vegas their Final Four? Let's see here. How close is the Coliseum to becoming a historic property being protected by local state? Well, that's a good question. Let's see. This is more depressing by the day. Mark Davis is dampening my excitement for the upcoming season. I really hope Fortress. This is Willie McLean. SoftBank releases stadium rendering soon. I also hope the deal is extraordinary. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Barry, I hear you believe Oakland's a city. Some sort of ordinance in place not to. Let's see. Ordinance about history? No, there's not. You have to file for. I know what you're talking about. You have to file for it. There's no ordinance stopping that. I mean, heck, a number of places around here are historic landmarks. So no, there's no ordinance stopping that in the case of the stadium. Andrew Cipher, yeah. Also, Bank of America is such a late arrival whole process. I don't see how this is even legit. Right. Reed Wax. No, if you are who you think you are, as far as getting your money, and if you are Mr. Albright, the answer is no, and I'll tell you why. And I may just make another video about it, but the bottom line is this. You took what you thought was my personal information and you put it out on Twitter. And as someone on Twitter noted, that's low rent. So that's out of bounds. So from you having done that, you're not getting shit from me, man. And the way you address me on Twitter, no. You are way wrong, way out of bounds. Way out of bounds. So I don't care if the owners vote for the Raiders to stay in Oakland. I'm not looking for anything from you. You sure as hell shouldn't expect anything from me if the owners vote to allow the Raiders to go to Vegas. I'm sorry. Your behavior was absolutely inappropriate. You get nothing. Zero. Bupkis. Now, Barry Lee. Oh, in fact, Barry Rox, you're gone for that reason because I don't even want you on my site. That is how I feel. You're gone. Now, Barry Lee. And your messages are deleted. Barry Lee. David, Zinni hopefully has the right answer for you. I think I did that one. Let's see. Hey, Zinni, will we get a vote or just a yes or no and move? It's more likely a vote. We'll see. There's a lot of information being flung around about here. In fact, let me go and check and see on social media what's being read because people just kind of put things out mainly because, first of all, I have a bigger Twitter following than other people and people are a little bit pissed off about that. So they'll put out anything just to divert your attention. Just saying, okay? Just saying. Let's see here. Raiders. I'm typing Raiders Las Vegas in Twitter. I could do it in Facebook as well, but just seeing what it is. Okay, City of Las Vegas comes up first. Latest is me. I'm the latest. You can join in the live stream, folks. And then Darren Harada's got me up here as well for my live stream update. Okay, and I'm putting that out there now. So, and I'm there again and again and again. So let me tell you something, folks. I think the reason why you're seeing all these tweets from other people is because I'm dominating. If you type Raiders Las Vegas, we dominate, folks. The Zinsters rule. That's why. So don't believe everything you read from these guys. Part of it is done because they're like, my God, that Zinni's out there. Ah, and they're going nuts. I can see that. Okay. I can see that. Yep, I can see that. And then it's proposed Raider Stadium has site a storied history. And let's see here. Okay. And let's see here. Right. Then there's Mercury News article. Okay. And yeah, so that's what's happening here. And then I'll try something else. Okay. Okay. Oh, by the way, let's see here. There's nothing on naming rights here, folks. The latest information on naming rights is January 27th by Chris Bay. It says, Las Vegas Stadium proposal revealed Raiders get naming rights, $1 rent, paper for site. Okay, that is the latest information on naming rights, and that's not really latest. That's January 27th. Um, and yeah, so that was a so be careful what you read because, and that's why I'm quick to not announce who's put out what because pure and simple, um, pure and simple. Uh, it's like it's like for example the whole majestic thing or anything you want to get somebody to confirm it. And even in my case, I mean, if I say Fortresses did this, look, my source, I will tell you, my source basically is somebody involved in the project. Now, you won't find other people saying that. But in the old days of journalism, and I'm not a journalist, I'm a blogger, you used to hear a city hall source, right? Or a corporate board source. Right now, it's just a source. Well, where is your source coming from? Where the fuck is your source placed? Tell us so that we're not guessing. Is the source involved in the project? Say it. But if the source is like some, dude out there at a bar who claims to know somebody else, I mean, come on, really, dude? I mean, I can get anybody out there as a source. If that's the case, I don't work like that. Just saying. Just saying. All right? Let's see. Crawford 371 Bank of America. Let's see. Can I get some questions here? Let's see here. Anyway, from Will McCain. The owners are playing Al Davis in reverse to make it seem, even Mark Davis, like they were going to let him move or not get sued. Yes. Fear of lawsuit is very much a part of this. So they're towing the line. Just be nice, let him, but we don't want to be in a position where he says, hey, look, you were blocking me and therefore you owe me billions. Which, hey, could happen if the NFL didn't handle this the way that they're handling it. They're handling it very well. Raiders haven't put any effort into local partnership, says Cowboy Raider. Correct. Let's see here. Just trying to find any questions. Airplane Blues says the relocation fee is more like $650 to $700 million. You know what? That's a poison pill. That is a poison pill. That's like done just to say, okay, we know you can't afford this. There it is. Pay it. John Elliott, do not ask questions like that here. Okay. Walter Spargo. John, let's see. In fact, hey, John Elliott, can you ask a question that's related to this? If you can't, I'm happy to block or delete your account from this participation, okay? If you can't, let me know and I won't block you. If you can't, I'm going to remove you and all of your comments. I don't think you made any. Just letting you know. I don't appreciate that. So give me an answer within, what? You got one minute, okay? Let's see here. And no, it's not a great question. Amy Trask advised the Raiders to partner up with the 49ers. Sure, she's right. Brandon Boyd. Let's see here. Tells me they care about game day experience. Let's see what else. I'm looking for another question. Let's see here. John Elliott. Okay, you're gone. Block. John Elliott, I just gave you my answer. Now, let's see here. T.I. Howard. Hey, T.I., how are you? I realize Edelson said he wanted to leave a legacy to UNLV, but he's furious with Mark. Will he undermine the project if Mark Raiders stay involved, at least at some point? I think he already is. Barry Lee, you're funny as any. Thanks. T.I. Howard, history of Edelson behavior says yes. T.I. Howard, I completely agree with you. Nice to see you, by the way. Hey, I want to say, folks, T.I. Howard is a great example of a person who doesn't always say things I agree with, but he always puts his points respectfully, okay? And that's the kind of exchange I like here. Sheldon should pledge $650 million for Oakland Stadium. He should, shouldn't it? That would be the ultimate, like, F you, right? Question, yes, I do. Cabo Raiders, any mad? Yeah, I was a little mad about that. Thank you, Dave. Bill Walter. Hey, Zinni, can you fit 10,000 parking spaces for tailgating at the Russell Road site for 65 1,000 dome stadium on 2 acres? Quick answer is no. Andrew Cipher, East Bay Times just came out with an article saying Mark Davis focused on Vegas. Yeah, I saw the headline. It hasn't talked to Oakland over a year. That's not true. And hasn't mentioned the lock group publicly, which is no surprise. Let me see here. San Jose Mercury news article is wrong. Davis met with lock group in December. Larry McNeil. Okay, first. Yeah, I'll leave it to that. Hey, normally, okay, now, that's, so anyway. Yeah, right. So anyway, let's see here. Where am I going with getting more questions? Hey, Angus, how are you? Let me hear. Bill, you're welcome. Okay, now, Zinni is a hard trial. About that, anyway. So it's not. It's not. It's not. So it's not hard. Anyway, what I was going to say is this. Mark Davis met with a Lock Fortress group December 13th. Larry McNeil, the Oakland Raiders Stadium Vice President, Stadium Point person and Business Affairs Representative, consistently met with Claudia Capio, the Oakland Assistant City Administrator and point person for the city, one of the point persons for the city on this Raider project, many times last year. And I have the emails to prove it. So Mark has set it up where he can say, oh, I haven't talked to them, and yet his Raider people have. Mark Bourdain has talked to City of Oakland and County of Alameda representatives constantly. So don't believe that. That's wrong. In fact, you know what? I ought to write my own, just not vlog, but blog, and just put everything that I know in words like that and just blow that out of the water. That's wrong. Okay. In fact, I'll do that. T.I. Howard, NFL can deem a city not ready for expansion or relocation. They could have stopped this Las Vegas stuff long ago with a demographic study, which they released, protecting them from a Davis lawsuit. Yeah, they could have, assuming there was the thinking to do that. But here's the problem with the league, and I know this from experience. They don't have a solid book that you can get that shows you what the updates, what the state-of-the-art stadium should look like. The NBA, on the other hand, has that for arenas. So I've always felt the NBA had a better way of communicating what it wanted its stadiums to look like and where its teams could go with respect to regions than the NFL. The NFL is so heavily individually deal-oriented that it doesn't put up a lot of, if you will, regulations. Okay, so if you like, the NFL are more like Republicans, and the NFL and the NBA are more like Democrats. Okay, there you go. Now, what can the Raiders do, in your opinion, to make things better with their fans if they stay in Oakland? Davis needs to apologize. He just needs to apologize to the fan base and say, hey, I'm here now for you, and I'm going to make this the best stadium in the NFL. That's what he needs to do. And he needs to go around the stadium and shake hands. You know, let people know they're valued. Because a lot of people feel that Mark Davis doesn't like them and has devalued them as fans, even as much as he has this 20,000 person season ticket wait list. Now, Cabo Raider says, if the Raiders stay, Mark will be tolerated, but he will never be loved. Let's see. Airplane Blues. Unfortunately, many fans will blame Oakland for not wanting the Raiders enough. Now, there is that, but there is that. But the bottom line is, does Las Vegas want them enough too? Okay. Doesn't look like it. They got one $650 million subsidy thing. That's it, which people want to unravel. You have residents that either don't want them or don't care. You had a vote saying that, hey, no public money should go into the project. So you tell me, where is it that this deal is really that popular for Vegas from a Vegas perspective. I don't see it. Golden State Raiders says the season tickets are paid in full. CEO Toledo says, can I answer? Can you re-ask the question, please? I apologize if I missed it. Andrew Cipher, I am confused about this. If Mark Davis is so hell-bent on going to Vegas, then why is he letting Larry McNeil... Right, that's exactly. Try to get a deal done in Oakland. Seems like the Focus Group has done more. They have. So there's PR bullshit, and there's reality. That's all I'm pointing out. Cabo Waiter says, I get you, Will. I just don't see the return on investment here unless climate change really bites Oakland, California in the ass. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Anyway, Shepherd of Light. Hey, how's it going, my friend? Hail, Shepherd of Light. Welcome. Please have a take and have a take and be intelligent. That's all I ask. Let's see here. $18.50 for 2 seats. Wow, that's what Golden State Raiders is playing. Wow. Cabo Raider, Dome Stadiums in Oakland. I like the idea. Airplane Blues. 2 seats in Las Vegas, $5,000. Yeah, that's the other thing. PSLs, you got to pay for them. Seal Tesla. Sure, do you know if Ronnie Lott or someone from Fortress Investments is going to attend the NFL owners meeting to present what they have come up with? No, the annual meeting, as I understand it, is not the place where organizations are invited to make presentations. They're always the special committee meetings. Let's see here. Hey, Will McCain, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. What are we doing here? I'll go out and make another tweet, and I'll stay on until 6 o'clock. Yeah, and I'll be done. It's 5:33 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Glad I did this during the day. It's working out really well. It really is. And, yeah. It's working out quite well. Now, let's see. Hey, can those who haven't, can you go and like this on your YouTube page? You know, just give a thumbs up. Let's see here. Now, I have a question for everybody who's a Raiders season ticket holder, okay? And the question is this. If the NFL owners vote to allow the Raiders to move to Las Vegas, will you dump your season tickets? Yes or no? Again, if the Raiders... I'll bite this down as a question. Q. If NFL... I got 2 yeses already. Let's see here. If NFL leave Oakland, will you dump season tickets? Okay, so I've got yes, no. I've got more. Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3 no's, 3, 4, 5, 6 yeses. I have. There we go. 7 yeses. 8 yeses. 9 yeses. Let's see. Hey, you. Okay. No. That's 9 yeses versus 5 no's. Let's see. 6 no's will not dump for 2017. It's already paid up. You'll dump into 2018. So, okay, that's another. Yeah, I know. And there's another yes. So basically, no, but won't. Okay, can you please block Krispy Kreme Clan? Yes, I will. I'll go back and block Krispy Kreme Clan. Okay, yep. Krispy Kreme Clan is blocked. Gone. Thank you for that. Telling me that. Another idiot. Done. Cabo Raider done. You're welcome. Thank you for telling me, Cabo Raider. Thank you very, very much for telling me. Yes. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, so I can say on Twitter. Let's see. Say about maybe 60%. Yeah. Informal small poll. Most Oakland Raiders fans will dump season tickets this year if NFL allows Vegas move. In my live stream poll. Raiders. And let's tell Jed York. Okay. There. All right. Now, one more thing. Cool. There. All right. Now, Barry Lee, good night. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Golden State Raider says he'll still buy until the end. Even with a hotel, Golden State Raider, will you pay high hotel prices and PSLs through to Las Vegas? Just asking. But you stay to the end of when they're in Oakland or what? Okay, now. Paul Dog, I will buy it all. Paul Dog, the one that said, no, I'll sell you all my Raiders stuff going back to 1960. Paul Dog says he'll sell it all to you. Jed will be marketing to Oakland like they did when the team went to LA. I don't think it's going to be as effective. It's different. The Raiders have a different style and attitude that the 49ers just can't get. So that's going to be tough sledding. I think it actually hurts the league for the Raiders not to be here as a counterpoint to the 49ers. It's almost like you've got, how do I put it? You've got a Mercedes and a BMW, right? Some people like a Mercedes, some people like a BMW, or a Mercedes and a Cadillac. Some people like this American style of luxury, some people like the German style of luxury, right? In the Bay Area, you've got both. You've got the German style of luxury in the Niners, the American style of luxury in the Raiders. You got it all here. But you're going to have a fan base here that just is disconnected. There are people who just do not like the Niners style. That's just a fact. They like what the Raiders represent. The working person, that sort of thing. So, now, Zinni, you said, I see Jed York as a no vote for relocation. And it's because he doesn't think it's a great deal. Now, Golden State Raiders, I can't stand the Niners. David Huerta, diehard Oakland Raider fans have been burned once before in '82 to be exact, correct? Not willing to go through this again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on... It's actually fool me once, shame on... Yeah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, right. Now, let's see here. What questions did I miss? Let's see here. Oh. Mick Simeon does a great question. If the NFL does approve the Raiders' move to Las Vegas, do you think Oakland would break their lease agreement and force the team to leave after this season? Yes, I do. And for reasons of not doing business in good faith. Yes, I do. Yeah. And that's another great question for this session. Q. A. Yes. There you go. Let's see. Is it true that there are at least 7 owners who oppose the Vegas move? I count more. And someone else said that Jerry Jones, or someone believes there's 22 votes in favor. You need 24. You need 24 votes, not 22. Too short. Sorry, you lose. Let's see. 49ers don't have the same mystique. No, they don't. Let's see. Cabo Raiders correct. Let's see here. What questions did I miss? Let's see here. Zinni, when is the meet and greet? You mean for me? That's a good idea. I did say I was going to have one, and I'll plan that for a period appropriately in advance so everybody can, arrive, and we're going to have some real fun. Get us sponsors and everything else. I want to do that nicely. Hey, how many people here would come to a meet and greet if I held it in Oakland? Maybe give you a month's notice or something like that, Maybe did it with Save Oakland Sports. I'll do it in conjunction with another group, Cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Doug Smith, what's my gut feeling? My gut, I have to honestly tell you, I don't know how this vote's going to go. I think 66% is a sure thing. I think it's a 70% chance the owners vote to keep the Raiders in Oakland. It's the other 30% that I'm kind of thinking, I don't know. Either way, it doesn't erase this is a bad deal. It just is a bad deal. Now, let's see. Oakland is not a bum town. I don't know, Gangster Jim, where you're getting that from. Oakland's a great town. You obviously have never been here. Barry and F is in for the steak. Okay. Andrew Cypher, sorry, Zinni, you heard reading my question about the 7 owners, but the video started buffering. Can you repeat? Sorry. I'm sorry, Andrew. Yeah, I can repeat that. Yeah. Someone on this stream said that Jerry Jones says there are 22 votes for, but you need 24. Okay? And I can rattle off 10 owners I believe won't go for it. And I'll do that. But the bottom line is I can see them voting for a bad deal because they're given bad information, right? But you would hope the owners are smart enough to make sure the league is giving them enough information, done enough due diligence to make this a solid deal. And I don't, just by the structure of the deal itself, see how you can fit, absent a person like Sheldon Adelson, lipstick on that pig. I just can't see that. So again, I don't care if the owners do vote for it, the deal still sucks. It just does. Now, Las Vegas has no tax hotels to make up $650. Yeah. Let's see here. Meet and greet, Zinni 62 out of whole draft weekend. Oakland has more money than you. Oh, let's see here. Thank you. All right. Is Gangster Jim causing trouble? Do I have to ban Gangster Jim? Is he giving somebody a problem? Gangster Jim, are you behaving? Just asking, man. Act right. Be a Zinster. It says yes, yes. All right, Gangster. All right. Yeah. Gangster, you're sorry. Hey, Gangster apologized. Gangster Jim, you get one more chance, man. Do not come here and do that. All right? I love blocking people that do not respect my community. I do not need that here. I don't want it here. Sorry to be dramatic, but just letting you know so you can't say, oh, Zinni didn't say. You hear me now, right? All right, cool. Enough of that. Right. See, that's the whole point. You can be, let me make something clear that I have already said before. Brian F. is a great example of a person who wants the Raiders in Vegas. He's respectful. He has his ideas and opinions and attitudes, and we have an exchange. He presents them respectfully. That's what this is about. I like that. So that when he buys me this steak, it's going to taste really, really great. Anyway, because like I said, I can't win. Even if the deal is shitty, he still has to buy me a steak. Because I know the deal is shitty. I just know that. Oh my God. Man, oh man. And again, I love Las Vegas. I really do. So yeah. Hey, thank you, Gangster Jim. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, 15 minutes to go. Anybody else have any other questions or pronouncements? Oh, Golden State Raiders. Zinni, would you be down to attend the Raiders training camp and getting tickets as season ticket member? I would be down for that. Yes. Let's see. Stairway to Heaven, 69. Zinni, can you see Cal Bears and Raiders building a stadium? I like that idea. I do like that idea. I never thought about that. I can see it. I like the idea. Yeah. I'm all for people who have different opinions, but let's be respectful since I play blues. Right. What am I having for dinner? Oh, this is a quiet night. I've been out a lot, so I don't quite yet know. Let's see. How often do I go to Raiders games? Every time in Angus, I have been a Raiders game attendee since 1976. And I had the habit of buying. I love club, so I've been buying. I mean, I have to decline because since 2005, I have spent most of uh, my time with my mom in Fayetteville, Georgia, and because of the fact that I'm the only child, she's elderly, and my self-imposed requirements, I don't know when I have to leave. And so I didn't want to be in a position where, oh, I got to sell these tickets again, or I have to do this. And maybe somebody doesn't buy the tickets and I'm stuck, right? So I just figured I would buy the tickets individually. And so I buy tickets to, the club, right? And that's when I'm in town. So I love going to Raider games. I love it. In fact, I had a press pass last year, thanks to Will Kiss and the Raiders. But the problem was that, for me, was that wasn't last year, it was the year before, I'm sorry. But the problem was that what you do in the press box there, the press people just sit there and they're on Twitter all the time. I love being out among Raider fans, interviewing them, getting the videos up, taking pictures, and just being a part of the feel, right? Whereas what happened in the case I had, and it was a misunderstanding where I wanted to set the record for the number of YouTube video uploads at the game. And I made that clear in my email to Raiders PR. And Will responded back, and yeah, everything was cool, right? And so then, hey, it was like, I did this. It was like 20-second clips of like a play. And because I wanted to find out, I was really fascinated with Bill Musgrave was the offensive coordinator, and his objective of fusing in elements of Chip Kelly's offense into the Raider offense, and I wanted to see how he was going to do that. This was preseason, and I made that clear in my email. And the only way you can actually do that is really to, have these clips here and there, and I did. And so then Will turns around and gets angry and sends me a post about NFL rules, which actually were created because of me. He created the wrong rule, okay? All right? And I responded back. I said, Will, you're actually using the wrong part of the rule book. It's actually this one over here, okay? And he took the matter to New York, and then I contacted NFL Legal, and I said, hey, we've got a misunderstanding here, and Rachel stepped in and straightened all that out. And in that exchange, I realized, I didn't enjoy sitting in the press box. When I went out to the press box and people were recognizing me out there and we were making videos and everything, I enjoyed that exchange. I can find out what's going on by watching the game anywhere and tweet it. Anybody can do that. And then why do I need to sit in the press box and have somebody hand me a statistic page, right? When I can find that online. So the way they do press today is really behind the times, and they're not getting the biggest bang for their buck just having reporters sit in the press box tweeting away. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. It's the last bastion of 20th century behavior, and it's one of the best media decisions I ever made. I've gotten more production, more exchange, more engagement out of meeting with Raider fans. You have to ask yourself, why don't the Raiders do that? Just saying. And nothing personal against Will Kiss. I love Will Kiss to death. We had a misunderstanding, and to Will's credit, Will said, I have to figure out how to deal with this. I said, Will, don't worry about it. Just keep the credential. That was my decision. That was my decision, because I didn't want to put. I like to innovate. And what I find is that not everybody understands the media rules today, including media reps. And so I didn't want to put him through that. I would rather buy a ticket, happy to contribute to the cause of the Raiders, go around the stadium, interact with the fans, and do that. That's fun. But sitting in a press box, like tweeting away in a press box, come on. No. Not at all. Oh, Andrew Cipher, who you talking about? Oh, the guy who says he's a cheese ball. That one, nuked. That one, he's gone. Okay, let's see here. Is that what the one you're talking about, Andrew Cipher? That seemed kind of easy to spot. John Davis, how you doing? Why not host events at the old stadium to earn money for a new one? Interesting. Nuke Vlogs has been nuked. Sorry. I guess he, in a sense, asked to be nuked. But anyway, he's nuked. Corey Ford Chargers are already in L.A. Yeah. Block Shepherd of Light. Okay. Let's see here. Shepherd of Light. Let's see. Sorry, Shepherd of Light. You are blocked. And not only Shepherd of Light are you blocked, but everything that you've written is gone. So if you came here thinking you were going to litter my stream with, bad language, hey, that's gone. Bye-bye. Anyway. Okay. All right. The Golden State Raiders Shepherd of Light is banned. Andrew Cipher, Shepherd of Light is history. Cabo Raiders, Shepherd of Light is history. Now, we can get on with the business of having a great, meaningful exchange. I think Jared good pickup is a good one. I was hoping the Raiders would get Dontari Poe. I gotta tell you, the Falcons getting Dontari Poe, woo! That's something else. That's something else. Hey, Andrew, thank you. I'm glad you guys are my security guards. Much appreciated. The Zinsters attack. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. I love Car 2. Gangster Jim. Gangsters participating. Yes. Gangster Jim, welcome. Welcome. Thank you so very much for being a member of the Zinsters. Thank you. Doesn't take that much, but, okay. 22 votes. Yeah, 22 votes is scary, yeah. But, and he says, but how could any good businessman approve of this voting? Yes, I can't see it. So when Jerry says he has 22 votes out there, I'm thinking, why? Why? I don't get it. I mean, it's almost like, you know what it sounds like to me? It's like the shiny object syndrome. Las Vegas is like the shiny object. It's like, oh, shiny object, good, shiny object. But shiny object isn't good. It's just like a shiny object, and that's it. Ridiculous. Let's see. Real King of Rock and Roll. Okay, so it's 5:54. Folks, I am going to stop at 6 o'clock. I really thank you all for making this fun, and I'm glad I did it here rather than going outside with all the distractions and everything, although that's fun at times. Next live stream will be tomorrow evening, and hey, sorry, I know you guys, I'll be back with more, I've been on here since, 3 hours. I originally budgeted for 2. I've been out here for almost 3 hours. Technically, I started at 3:07. And but Brian says we have 22 votes. He also has to twist a couple of arms. Or, I hear that those votes go away and it's like, 22 votes could become 18 votes like that. You get into that room, shit flies, man. Okay. You know what? But here, if you're a Raider fan, I encourage you, and I'm not going to be middle of the road about this because I want the Raiders to stay in Oakland. I encourage you to directly contact NFL owners like Kim Pagula and Terry Pagula, who own the Bills. Write them emails and let them know how you feel. Give them a call at their office. Don't forget the tweets. Tweets work too, but I'm just saying, do that. Jed York, do that. Hey, Jimmy Haslam's on Twitter too. Cleveland Browns owner, find him. Contact them and let them know how you feel. Don't sit on the sidelines and wait for them to take action. Inform them. There you go. Andrew, good night. God bless everybody. And Gangster Jim, God bless you too. Thank you. Will I try to speak with Jerry Jones in the media? Yeah, Jerry Jones is a great guy. I like Jerry a lot. Yes. Top 3 Raider agent pickups right now for Raiders. You mean who should they be? I'll deal with that in another video because it's 5:56 right now. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I put this say. Thank you, everyone. Stopping at 6 p.m. PST or about 3 minutes from now. Yeah, okay. Paul Allen voted against Sonic's move in NBA. Paul Allen is one of the people I believe will vote to keep the Raiders in Oakland. Question: why do you think Jerry Jones wants the Raiders in Vegas? He's got some love with that town. I think it's just, it's not rational to me. Like many aspects of this deal aren't. So it's got to be something that's, I think it's more the shiny object. He likes Vegas. He likes to party there. It's more the shiny object syndrome from an NFL business standpoint. Oh, Jerry Jones, Gangstream says Jerry is a huge boxing fan. And hey, maybe Jerry has an idea of having like this large series of boxing events there, drawing 50 or 60,000, ultimate fighting. Who knows? But then, who knows? But you could do that in Oakland. You can do that in Oakland. You don't need to do that in Las Vegas. Oakland can be the sports capital for ultimate fighting and boxing. We have Andre Ward here, Olympic champ, okay? So Oakland can be that, not Las Vegas. Oakland, man. Oakland. All right, now. David Horta says I should go to P.F. Chang's tonight for dinner. Oh, and Jerry's friends with Steve Wynn. Yeah, I get that one. And let's see here. Now. Hey, thanks. I appreciate everybody, coming by. And thank you all for making this, once again, a success. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. And it's 5:58 p.m. and I'm going to sign off because I need to eat. I'm exhausted. I've just got coffee here. And, yeah. So, everybody, thank you for chiming in. And I'll see you tomorrow evening at about 7 o'clock Pacific time. 7 o'clock. That's right. And if I'm late or early, I'll let you know. Keep apprised on Twitter or Facebook. If the time changes, I'll let you know. But I'll let you all know. Thank you all so very much for this time, and get out and eat. Oh, by the way, I might do Indian food tonight. I had Indian food last night. It was really good. I like Indian food. I need to make a call, though. Maybe I'll figure that out. I'm trying to keep my personal life out of this. All right, everybody. Good night. I'll see you later. Good night. I'll say, why don't I eat? Good night. Good. German food where? German food in Oakland? I will try German food. We'll try. Now for the Warriors game. I should do one about the Warriors. That's a good idea. And the NBA. I'm writing, good night, everyone. We'll try German food. Cool. Night. See ya. Okay. I'm trying to get rid of this thing here. Hold on a second. All right. If I can